And so, one very interesting thing I have picked up in this session, in this retreat, is there is a very good sutta. I mean, we all are household. We all live in household life. I'm not a kind of, I do not have that all plentiful time to spend on the kind of dhamma work. I do have to make my living from doing all these sort of worldly activities. So I do see that we are limited in our effort, and we are naturally in a constrained state that we have to live with the family, we have to raise our kids, we have to give them good education. We are busy and we haven't got that sort of time. And in this sutta, the Atthakanagara Sutta, this is Majjhima Nikaya 52, and what he says in here is that this is the kind of the explanation given by the Buddha to Ananda, and after Buddha passed away, Ananda gave the explanation to householder called Dasama. So Dasama came to a town called Patalaputta, and he was doing a business. And he asked Ananda, can we as a household life, is there any way we can attain Nibbana without entering the Sangha? And Ananda says, yes, you can. And Buddha says that, you don't need to be wearing all that sort of kind of robes, do that sort of arms round, and live a monastic life. And that's sort of what the Buddha says, that this sutta is that even the first jhana is enough for you to attain Nibbana if you take that jhana to be of such a nature of being conditioned by your your desire, your some sort of conditions. So that's where the Buddha says that this first jhana is the condition and is volitionally produced. But whatever is volitionally produced and is coming from desire is not worth holding into. It's not worth delighting in. So this is again, look at those first jhana or whatever second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana from the perspective of Four Noble Truth. How those jhanas themselves are embedding the Four Noble Truth. You can see that those jhanas, those are some sort of temporary happiness. They arose because you let go of those all those sort of personalization into those feelings. You let go of all those sort of any thoughts, any emotion that arose in your mind, and by letting them go, by letting them be, you experience the happiness of jhana. So there is a suffering. That's the arising of suffering is because of that sort of personalization, your reaction to those sort of emotions, feelings, and that sort of thoughts, and those are the suffering, and the cause of the suffering is your reaction or your personalization into the sort of events, and the cessation of suffering is the jhana itself. Yeah, because you only be in the jhana after you have let go of those sort of all those sort of reactions to those sort of phenomena. So that the jhana is actually the third noble truth. You in at that particular amount, at that particular time. And the fourth noble truth is, once you have seen the jhana in that way, you directly know that you know exactly how you arrive at that state, because you let go of that sort of unwholesome state and you develop that wholesome state of loving kindness. And because of that sort of right effort and practicing the noble eightfold path, you have arrived at that happiness of the jhana. So there is Four Noble Truth embedded in the jhana, each of those jhanas. So if you can understand this, this is her suffering, this is the origin of suffering, this is the way leading to, this is the kind of cessation of suffering, which is the jhana, is the temporary cessation of suffering, and the way to let go of them is by practicing the right effort and the noble eightfold path. So if we understand those jhanas to be of such nature, of those arising and ceasing, they are temporary, because we all know whoever experiences jhanas, they know they have no control over how long they can keep those jhanas with them. So one can develop that sort of understanding in the framework of Four Noble Truth. And if one is able to keep that understanding developed, and is able to fully kind of be in that sort of a reality of that sort of Four Noble Truth and the present moment, arising and ceasing, then that is enough for you to let go of all the taints, and you can attain what is called the destruction of the taints, and you can become an arhat from the first jhanas. So you don't need to even develop the nirodhas. Yeah. So this is very, 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 very important for anyone who is aimed at Nibbana and who cannot go into the monastic or into the sangha, and who are living in a house full crowd of kids and children who are screaming and seeking your attention. You can be in that state. You can do your household duties, and you can still attain Nibbana. So that's why Buddha says that this and this sutta is very important for all of us, is that who are living the kind of that sort of household life, and there is still we still got a very good chance to be liberated from that sort of misery of this being repeatedly being subjected to birth, death, and all this sort of sorrow, pain, and grief and despair.